The table below shows the amount of time several students spent watching TV during the week and their test grades. So looking at hours spent watching TV, we are going to make that our x-axis, and the grade percentage is going to be our y-axis. All right. You notice here that our intervals are every 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, and our intervals along the y are every 10. So when we do our ordered pairs, we need to keep those things in mind. So my first ordered pair, the point I'm going to plot is 5, 79. 5, so 5, and then 79, almost 80. So there's 579. The next one is 1277. So I'm going to go just a little bit past the 10 and go to 77. Probably about there. Then I'm going to 1860, 18, then up to 60. Then I'm going to go 2555, so 25, 55, be right there. I have 30, 43, 30, 43. I have 36, 45, 36, so I'm going 36, then up to 45. And finally 45, 26, 45, 26. Okay, so there is my scatter plot. Now to put the line of best fit. So you would take your ruler, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to create a line that approximately half the points are above and half the points are below. Maybe one right on. So you're doing a best guess here. Okay. So there's your line of best fit. I can see one of mine that really became. Hold on just a sec. That's going away. And I'm going to take and extend that. Right there. That looks about right. Okay. Your line may be different than mine. Okay, but that's my best guess at a line of best fit. Okay. Now, from this point forward, I want to totally forget these points that I had plotted, and I want to focus only on the line. All right. So I'm going to select 2 points whose x coordinates and y coordinates I can easily identify. So I'm going to pick a point on the line here, and I'm identifying that as 1570. And I'm going to pick another point, and actually the very end one over here looks pretty good. So this is 5020. Now your points may be different. And you know what? That doesn't matter. The fact that you just selected 2 points on the line, forget the scatter plot points. Don't even think about those. You want these 2 points. So 15, 70 and 50, 20. 15, 70 and 50, 20. Okay, so this is point 1. This is point 2. So this is point 1 right here. So this is my x coordinate of my first point and the y coordinate of my first point, the x coordinate of my second point, and the y coordinate of my second point. And now I'm going to find slope, which is simply y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I'm just going to plug these numbers in. So y2 is 20, y1 is 70, and that is over 50 minus 15. Okay, so 20 minus 70 is a negative 50, and 50 minus 15 is 35. Well, I can reduce that, can't I? So let's see, 5 goes into 50 10 times, and 5 goes into 35 7 times. So I have a slope of negative 10/7. Yours could be different. It doesn't matter. As long as you're following the procedure, that's all that matters. Okay? So we have now the equation. So the y equals mx plus b is the slope-intercept form of a linear equation. We're going to replace m with negative 10/7. So y is equal to negative 10/7x plus b. Now I need to find b. Take one of the points, and I don't care which one you use. I'm going to use the second point because they're all in tens. And I don't know, I just think that's easy. So I'm going to go ahead and take the y in this point and replace y with 20. I'm going to take the x in this point and replace it in this equation right here. So now I have negative 10/7 times 50 times 50, and I'm going to find b. So let's see, negative 10/7 times 50. So if I grab my calculator here real quick, just a sec, we'll get that going. Okay, so let's bring that in. Okay, so here I've got negative 10 times 50, which gives me negative 500. Can divide that by 7. So that gives me negative 71.42857,143 plus b equals 20. That's a negative. So I'm going to take and add that to both sides of the equation. So if I were to times this by negative 1, and then add that to 20, so 91.43. So b in my, so b is going to be approximately 91.43. So my equation then is y equals negative 10/7x plus 91.43. Okay, I'm supposed to interpret the slope. Interpret the slope. So we could say here that for every 7 hours spent watching television, your grade decreases by 10 points. Your grade by 10%. For every 7 hours of television, so my grade decreases by 10%. And if I didn't watch any television at all, so let's do this. For every For every 7 hours of watching TV, the grade decreases by 10%. Okay, so that's what that is the rate, right? A negative 10% per 7 hours of watching television. Okay, if you didn't watch TV, if no hours, I'm going to do some there, are spent watching TV, the average score is 91.43%. Okay. All right. So identify the points, create the slope, find the b, interpret the slope and the y-intercept, and now we're going to use this equation. We're going to use this equation to find out what the test score would be if you watch 20 hours. So I'm going to take y equals negative 10 over 7 times 20 plus 91.43 now, and I'm going to calculate. So let's do that. So I'm going to go negative 10 times 20, which gives me negative 200. Divide that by 7. And I'm going to add that to 91.43. So 62.86. So y would be approximately 62.86%. Okay.